All right, what's up, guys? We got the A team back out there again. We're away against Villa here in the Premier League. We should be able to win. We should be able to beat them. That's all I can say about it. Pretty big crowd out here in Aston Villa, and of course we have our big three up front. We, like I said, should be able to win this match fairly easily. They're down in 15th place. We are in first. They've had a good run of form lately, but I don't think it's going to be enough to help them out. But we'll see what happens. As always, if you've joined this save recently, you should know that we're using a bunch of legendary players thanks to the Legends of the Beautiful Game database. We're also playing with the World Super League database that Darth Furion has over on FM Scout, which makes this very, very interesting. And we're apparently playing in yellow and black. So I'm not quite sure where this alternative uniform comes from, but there you have it. And it doesn't really matter, I suppose, how we look. It's kind of yellowish green, I think. Doesn't matter how good or how bad we look. I think we're going to play pretty well. We need a victory. Of course, we want to win the Premier League as quickly as possible because we want that money. That's what it's all about, man. Show me the money. So let's see what we can do here. Carlos Alberto throws to Pele, looking for Maradona. I can't find it, but then he stays over there and he almost bends one in. That was pretty close. Now, they say bend it in like Beckham. Well, we do have Beckham, but he's out on loan. He'll come in probably next season. We'll wait for him to come in then. We have him in. He'll play defensive midfield. And we'll get rid of like Casemiro, somebody like that, which should help the budget a little bit. But we'll see what we can do. And here is a corner for Villa right away. And it's 0-0. We don't want to give up a goal here. Pele heads that one out, and that was a good job by him. This was, I think, a pretty good job by us on defense to prevent Bailey from getting a good cross in there, and we were able to just sort of knock the one out. I would say that we have improved defensively after the transfer window. Martinez heads that one out. Having Bauer go out on loan has been a big help, and I think the Villa had a player who was offside, but they didn't flag it in the end. Bauer was giving me some problems, we'll put it that way, and it's Alberto who wins that over to Messi, and that's a poor pass from Messi. Messi's showing his inexperience there. I know that sounds weird, but that's just the way this is. In this world, he's 18 years old, so he's inexperienced. He's playing with Pele. He's playing with Maradona. They're all young, and it's a lot of fun, very, very exciting. But yeah, Messi should have done a better job with the pass here to Casemiro. And just that little lacking in cohesion, that lack of good communication is the thing that's kind of haunting us here so far. Looks like Casemiro may have been injured here at some point in time, so we're going to have to take him off. He's playing aggressively as well, which is not what we want to see. Figueroa wins this to Messi, and Messi just gives it up right away, and so he's kind of having a stinker of a match so far, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter what you do here as long as we prevent them from scoring, and as long as we get this ball back and get a shot of our own off. Levi Yashin has that one easily, and now we have a free kick. Here's Eriksson with it, lumps his forward, looking for Figueroa, can't quite find him, and this is out back for some sort of counterattack by Villa. And let's see if we can head this off. Casemiro does with the back of his foot. It was almost accidental that he did that. And he gets the sliding tackle in, which is dangerous always. And it's Bailey with the header that is over everybody's head. And not quite that close to goal. Trezor here now to Casemiro to Eriksson. Up to Best. Best on the left side. Best hasn't played that much lately. And he wins his back. He's trying to impress me, you can tell. The pass to Messi was a really ill-advised one, but Pele wins this, and looking for Maradona, can't find him, and this is all the way back. I mean, he's offside. He's offside by about as far as you can be offside, and they don't call it, which is bizarre, so whatever. Best over to Eriksson to Maradona. I mean, if he wasn't offside, that was a great save. Best brings us up again left side. Best back to Maradona, and takes a shot. He had three guys on him, and he still took the shot and probably could have scored it if he'd been a little bit less exuberant and had kept his calm a little bit. Casemiro is not very happy, and frankly, I'm not always that happy with him either, so he can be grumpy all he wants. He'll come off pretty soon. How is this not offside? Carlos Alberto knocks that one out for a corner. That should have been offside. I mean, where's the flag? Do we play with different rules here or what? What's going on? Bailey here with the corner, and it's Figueroa who heads that one out, but it's not quite far enough, and we are in trouble once again. And, well, let's see if we can get this ball off of them. They finally have called offside. How about that? Leon Bailey finally is being called for being offside. I swear they had Embuemo there was clearly offside, I thought. I'm not sure if this thing is going to show me a offsides replay or not. It looks like it won't. So that's more Football Manager trying to conceal what really happened. It's a conspiracy. Maradona's cross is straight into the defender, so that didn't work very well. And here they have their deep man once again, and it's giving us a few problems, but it's not really that bad. Leviashin grabs this, and I mean, they can do that really all they want. I think the problem, though, really is Casemiro, who's coming out here at halftime. So I think that's where we can sort of assign the blame. We do need to put on a real show for whatever it was, the fans or something like that. I don't know what I just said. So Duncan Edwards will come on, and he can put on the show. And let's see if we can get something going. Alberto over to Figueroa, down to Trezor. Trezor with this, over to Figueroa, to Edwards, and that's the end of that highlight. So it wasn't anything to write home about. Here's Eriksson with the free kick, and that was poorly timed, that jump by Pele, but Martinez is able to win this back over to Edwards. Down to Trezor, up to Figueroa, back to Trezor, up to Carlos Alberto to Figueroa, Edwards back to Trezor, and up to Figueroa again. So we play this nicely, little triangle action. Edwards back to Figueroa to Pele. It's forward for Messi, and it's not a very well positioned pass. Again, I don't think that Messi's quite used to playing with the other players. I think that maybe what's going on. It's going to take us a little while to get fully accustomed to play with one another. You can see how short Messi is in comparison. Trying to run after those center backs is a lot of fun. And there's the first goal. They're going to call him for offside, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that was offside. They're going to do a VAR check here, and it has been disallowed, yeah, just as I thought. It looked like Zaniolo was a step or two off. Yeah, he was more than a step or two off. That's pretty blatant. And Embuemo, I think, was also actually offside as that pass came into him. So we're having kind of an average match. There's nothing to write home about. This is going far post. We only have two guys there because I think one of the guys that we had listed is taking the corner, and it's Trezor who wins this as the keeper came out of the box far too soon. And it was an easy goal. It was wide open. Eriksson with a good corner. And, yeah, the keeper took a jump at that one and missed it completely. Trezor scores 1-0 for Manchester United. That's not who I expected to score when you have Pele and Maradona and Messi on the pitch. I was not expecting the first goal to come from our center back, but one of the three. But we'll take it. Figueroa over to Carlos Alberto. Right side to Edwards now, and Edwards just loses possession. Trezor wins this, however, to Martinez. Up to Maradona. Best. Back to Martinez, up to Edwards. Edwards finds Figueroa. Figueroa to Carlos Alberto. Carlos Alberto back to Trezor, and up to Edwards again, Carlos Alberto, and yeah, he just loses possession, just like it's nobody's business. It's taking candy from a baby, and that's pretty poor from us, and I'm worried about a counterattack here. They've definitely been the team in the ascendancy, and we need to be careful. We want to win. We don't want to draw. And it's Trezor knocking that one out for a corner. So that was good. That's better than nothing. Figueroa might have to come off. I don't think we're going to take him off at this point, though. He's not that tired. Messi is not tall enough to win that, but Leviashin is able to jump up and grab it, and so we'll try again. That was pretty dangerous, especially this part right here where Hansen had the pass, and then it was a little give and go right there, and Trezor, fortunately, was just in the right spot. Trezor is having a whale of a game, which is good because nobody else seems to be interested. Best with the throw to Pele. Pele back to Best, looking for Maradona, and it is intercepted. So probably a little bit too much trickery, I think, there, and we probably could have used something a little bit more stable, and we've knocked this ball out of the crossing area, which is good. It's Eriksson taking this up. Eriksson comes up in the middle, over on the left side now, back to Martinez, to Best. Best looking for Edwards, and it's a poor pass again by Best, and that's going to be a goal. That one is going to be onside as Zaniolo scores, and it's 1-1 now. And Leviashin made a poor decision, but it wasn't entirely his fault. I think the fault here really goes to that poor pass from Best, one of the reasons why he hasn't been on much, and then the inability of our defenders to get back like they should. I think you could theoretically argue that that was offside. I don't know. Let's see if they show another replay. They will, and we'll have a good look at this one. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that. It was Trezor who lost a step right when that pass came over. I think he tried to go over and get it. So pretty poor match from Lev Yashin, who they've been telling me is world class. He might be world class, but we're having a hard time with Aston Villa. So go figure that one out. Pele with the pass to Maradona. I'm not quite sure what Pele is thinking there. And the game, of course, as you can see, is starting to really stutter. It is trying to figure out what's going on. So we got to be careful about that as well. Just hope we don't overload things because we want to keep this video watchable. Zaniolo tries to lob the keeper again. Doesn't work this time. Yashin over to Martinez, and that's the end of the highlight. But they're just cutting through our defense like there's nothing to it, and this is a problem. This is a major, major problem for us, and I'm not quite sure what we can do from this point on. Yashin needs to get over there like he did into that position to be the fourth man back, but it's very, very precarious, very dangerous, and it's Zaniolo again, and this is knocked back, but they're going to say he was offside. That looked like it was onside to me, so your mileage may vary here. Carlos Alberto over to Figueroa. Up to Messi. Messi to Carlos Alberto. Back to Figueroa. It's down to Trezor, over to Eriksson, to Edwards, and it's just poorly played by Edwards. He looks like he's not even awake for this match. And they have a big counterattack. Fortunately, we're able to knock that one out for a corner. And let's see if we need to make any more substitutions. We're having some troubles. And yeah, it's George Best is having a bad game. He needs to come sit down. We'll put Breitner on for him. And I hate to say this, but Messi as well is going to sit down. Jong Woo-young is going to come on. I think we're going to put him on. I'm trying to think here. Yeah, we're going to put Jong Woo-young on. We'll have him come on and try to be our super sub for us today. So let's see what we can do with about 15 minutes left. We need to win this corner and get a good counterattack going. And Bailey's corner is up, and that was not very well done by Lev Yashin, who knocked that ball out, but fortunately there was no goal on the other end of it. Edwards has lost possession every time I've seen him. I'm not sure if something's going on or what, but he hasn't looked very good in the few times he's had the touch. So I don't know about this. And they have the ball once again. They seem to have just totally dominated possession today. And it's Zaniolo who's running past everybody, and here comes the shot finally. Lev Yashin with an incredible save. He doesn't get enough credit for the saves that he makes. He went from a 6.3 to 6.7 in about 2 seconds there. Trezor over to Jung, whose header does not connect, and we are in trouble once again. But Edwards is able to win this off. Carlos Alberto now is able to win it in the end. Over to Figueroa, back to Edwards, down to Trezor, over to Eriksson. It's Casemiro who I'm really upset about because we didn't want to play Edwards today. We wanted to wait for the next match to play him. And here's Pele in front of everybody, but he is offside. He was a little bit too far out in front. So it's still 1-1, about 10 minutes left. Maradona here with the corner. And we are going near post. I think it's Pele. No, it's Trezor who's there, and he's trying to get a second, doesn't. But Martinez wins this back to Maradona. And here's Diego over to Jong Woo-young, back to Maradona, and he does a little bit of shimmy and almost gets that one in. So we'll make a quick substitution here. Eriksson will come off. We're going to have to put on Mason Mount because we don't really have anybody else to put on our bench. So Mason Mount will play in that unfamiliar position. We'll see how he does. Maradona takes this corner. He's going to go far post this time. And we have a whole bunch of guys to get around. And in fact, we don't even get to see the corner. So I guess nothing happened. He has another corner this time. Again, far post, other side. And there it goes. And we're unable to win that one. Figueroa has it. Passes back to Jong, who takes a shot from range, and I thought that was going to go in. That ended up being just a little bit too high. I thought for sure that was going in. Maradona here knocks this over to Pele. He goes back to Breitner, and he kicks that straight into the defender. Breitner again knocks that over for Martinez, and then back towards Breitner, but he doesn't win it. It's over, though, with Mount in the back. Mount to Trezor. Trezor down to Martinez, over to Breitner. Breitner looking across. There comes the cross, and it's deflected, so it's going to be another corner for us. I don't know how many corners we've had. We're going to have to look that up when this match is done. About 15 minutes of actual video times. This has been much longer than I was anticipating. Maradona now takes this corner and ends up being knocked back for a throw this time. So not as much luck this time around, and we have a couple more minutes left. This is likely going to wind up being a draw. Poor match from Alberto. Poor match from Best. Here's Maradona, final kick of the match, over to Martinez. It's knocked out for another corner. they are going to give us the corner. So we have yet another attempt and yet another try at winning something. It's going to be near post. Maradona trying to hurry this one up. And he does hurry it with the kick pending. And here it comes. Any day now, Diego. And here it is. And Martinez was trying to get on that one. It's back with Maradona. They're not calling that out, even though that was over the line pretty clearly. And that's going to be the end of the match anyway. 1-1 the draw. Good draw. Very hard fought. They had a 2.46 xG. We didn't have much possession. We didn't have much of anything, but we did have 7 corners to their 9. So much for that thought. They also had 20 fouls, so they were playing a little bit harder than we would like. But we managed to eke out a draw in a match that really I think we probably should normally be able to win. We need to work on that cohesion. We should be fine as far as the Premier League is concerned, though I'm not too worried about us getting hurt because of this. We only have like 11, 12 more matches left to play, so I think we'll be just fine. Talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.